Hey, good morning. Good morning. I know I, I know I am late. I do apologize. I wanted to live today. I just wanted to welcome you in to Eco Nation News. News that you may or may not be able to use. This one will not be long, I guarantee you, because I've been out here working, working, working. It's never stopped, non-stop on the homestead. For those of you all who have been with us, you know that we're constantly going through these challenges in life, but we're overcoming. So, what's been going on the homestead? A lot been going on. We got a lot of different things. What's going on? Growing what I eat. How you doing? Hope y'all doing well. Welcome. Welcome on in. A lot been going on the homestead. We have celebrated, me and Gigi, we celebrated our wedding anniversary this past weekend. And as you all know, Gigi had some problems with the old Ford F-150. And I've been working on that pretty much all weekend long. So that's what I've been doing. Bless her. What's going on, family man? How you doing? Yeah, I have been working on that. We've been having some issues with the brakes. Uh, so what I've done with the old F1 is I changed the brake booster. When I took the brake system down, I noticed that I had some problems with the actual not the pistons, the calipers. The calipers were sticking on the driver's side, right? And so I changed that whole assembly. I just changed the assembly out. It was easier than just replacing the calipers by themselves. Time is precious. And as you know, it's never easy working on nothing because we're still living in these temporary situations, you know. I don't have my shop. I don't have all my tools organized together. So you know how that is when you don't have everything you need. You end up buying some things you don't really need to buy, but you buy them because of time. And if you're like me, when it comes to working on certain things, I have to go make runs back and forth to the store just when you think you got everything. Thank you. I appreciate that, my brother. Happy anniversary. Thank you. I appreciate that. Hey, Maria. How you doing? Good morning. Good morning. Hey, Gigi. How you doing? Happy Sunday. So I had to go in and buy different tools and different parts and all that good stuff. And it's one of those things where it's never enough, y'all. Just did my brakes last week. Okay, you already understand. So I did when I took the brake pads off, they were gone. And I just put brakes on this thing, I would say probably about maybe 6 months ago. If that, I don't even think it's 6 months, maybe 4 months ago. And they were gone. So found out that the brake caliper, they were stuck on the driver's side. And now I'm thinking I'm gonna have to go back and change the one on the passenger side. That old F-150, it got a lot of miles on it. It got over 300,000 miles on it. It's been working. It's been excellent. I did have to change the brake booster out. So I just got finished changing out the brake booster, pretty much fixing to rebuild that whole brake system pretty much in short term. We got to still get a little bit more life. It's our workhorse, and it's cheaper to fix her than to trade her in. It's just cheaper. I know it's time is money, money is time, but same time, you know, I look at it just for doing the work myself. We probably saved a couple of grand. Just putting, because I think I was quoted just for the brake booster, maybe 400 and some change, and then the calipers, it would have been another 300 to 400. So probably about 1,200. I probably saved probably about maybe, let's just say about $700 to $1,000. Yeah, 700 to 1,000. So I'm thankful for that. Hey, is that Auntie Bear? How you doing? How you doing today? Fix it up. It's annoying, but yeah. You know, the thing is, I don't have to keep making car payments on that thing every month. It's paid for. That's a blessing. So how y'all been doing? How y'all been feeling? I did have some things I want to talk about, and I got it in my phone, but I'm going live on my phone. That's kind of a little bit challenging right there. I wish I could pull it up because I did bring me some notes, but I'm not quite sure how I could do that. But I just wanted to make sure I be consistent and come on in for Eco Nation News. Sean and she gets, they've been doing well. The pups are doing fine. They had a few little gastric issues. We got that all worked out because they can't keep things they shouldn't have in their mouth. These dogs are free to roam. There's no leash. They do roam, and almost every day they bring back something, either some bones from an animal. This morning I was watching them tug on some hide, and then I took a look at the hide. I saw a jawbone and a piece of hide, and they are definitely, as Gigi say, cadaver dogs. They find stuff and decorate it all over this cleared out area. I wouldn't say the yard. I could say the yard. The homestead. You got all kinds of different bones that they pull out of the woods. They go and they find things, but they're doing well. They're growing good. They're constantly into something. They're like adolescents right now. I have to keep my eyes on them at all times, and you have to keep watch on them. Good morning, Passionately Intrigued Arts. How you doing? Kathy B, how you doing this morning? Brenda King, how y'all doing this morning? So let me ask y'all a question. The question is, if you all had to have no internet, no electricity, what would you do to occupy your time? I saw somebody drop. Matter of fact, I think that was Auntie Bev. Miss Auntie Bev, she has these hacks. Y'all go check out her hacks. Auntie Bev had these hacks, and she made me think. What would you do in the midst of your time? You had to go and find something to do, and you didn't have the internet, you didn't have the telephone, you didn't have nothing. What would you do? I'm doing good. Okay, I'm glad, Miss Kathy B. Passionately, you good? I'm glad y'all good. So tell me something that you would do. Y'all remember when we grew up back in the days, we played games. We played games out of a little bit of anything, right? We made a game out of just about anything. I remember over at my Big Mama house, we would take, because Big Mama, she had these piles of scrap. It was old bed frames. She had some wood piles. She had some bricks and blocks. And I remember it'll be like 5 of us, my cousins. We would get together and we would build cars out of these scraps. Like we'll take the bed iron, put it on 4 blocks, like put the blocks each corner. We'll take the bed frames, put it all the way across those iron frames. We'll take it from block to block, and then we'll take some wood for the slats. That would be the chair. And then we'll take an old sewing machine, those big old iron sewing machines, and we'll take that big old iron sewing machine, and that'll be our steering wheel, right? And we'll be playing, and we'll be pretending, we'll be trucking along, and we'll bounce on the wood, right? The wood is connected as our seats, right? Or we'll get some old egg cartons or some crates, and we'll sit on them. But what was good is if you had the iron bed, the rails, right? If you had the rails, and then if you had the wood going across that railing, and you can bounce on that wood, right? And when you bounced on that wood, it seemed like you were riding down the road. We'll pretend like we the milk truck. We'll pretend like we the ice cream truck. We'll act like we on the bus. All of us will get in there, and we'll get in that ride, and we'll ride. And you just had so much creation. Who is that? Wait a minute. Hold on. Growing what I eat, I appreciate you. Thank you, man. Much love. Much love. Hey, Tammy, how you doing? Sit outside, enjoying the sun, or go swimming, play board games. Yeah. How many of y'all got board games? I was thinking, with us moving and a lot of stuff got destroyed in the weather and all that good stuff. I don't think we even have any board games. We'll play cards. We used to make our cards. I don't know if y'all ever cut paper out and made your cards, And one of my cousins would always cheat. He would see through the paper. We'll be like, no cheating. We just having fun, but he'll find a way to cheat. Or he'll put a crumple in a certain card, so that because whenever I played with him, I made sure I brought my own cards because if you play with his cards, man, I tell you, boy, work on my honeydew list. That ain't never ending, right? Good morning. Let's see. What else y'all do? Uh, I would read a lot more books, Tammy says. Kathy B says sit outside, enjoy swimming, play board games. Beverly says read, read, read. Yes, yes, yes. Definitely reading, research, learning. Eco Nation, what's good? What's good, King Dave? What's up? David Corey with the crop. How you doing? Connect with nature. Yeah, connect with nature. That's definitely what I would be doing. Doing a little bit of exploring. Um, I was listening to you the other day in the community garden. That's what's up. I appreciate you, Kathy B. Thank you for listening in. Eco, thanks for the mention. Hacks are cool. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I like some of those hacks you be having out there right there. You know that one you had me thinking, Auntie Bev Jones. You had me thinking about the you had a hack like what would you do, and you was sharing. I'm not gonna share what you shared, but y'all go over there and check it out. It's pretty cool. Those hacks. Passionately intrigued, Kathy B. I was excited. We made go karts out of scraps. Let me tell you, you just Lisa Washington, how you doing? You made me think about something. We, I grew up in South Georgia, and we would have these old. I live down the street. I don't know if y'all into football. If y'all ever into football, there's an old coach named Dan Reeves. Dan Reeves, I think he was the Broncos coach. He was a couple other coaches. He was Atlanta Falcons too, I think. But he grew up in my hometown, and his family they own a construction company. And so where we lived at, I wasn't gonna be that long. Where we lived at, um, we had these places where they would go and they get the dirt from these places, and when they got the dirt from all these places, they would just dig in and leave these little high hills and kind of like mountains in the mud, in the clay. And we would take these boxes. These my grandmother, she worked at this place where they had cases of eggs, and we would take those old egg case, big old thick boxes, and we'd get at the top of the hill, and then we would just slide down that hill. You know what I'm saying? We'd get in the box and we'll slide. Yeah, we made go karts too. I don't think we had our problem was supplies like wheels and stuff. You know what I'm saying? I do remember my cousin. I had a cousin. He should have been an inventor. He would always make the coolest stuff out of scrap. He would always just build stuff and create stuff. He was also a mechanic, right? And he made this cart with some bicycle wheels, and it was a cart that you can get in and you kind of pedal around. It was pretty cool. Um, yeah, you brought back some memories there, Lisa. You're so entertaining. I didn't get in the chat. I was swimming, but listening. I appreciate you coming on in. Thank you. We have four. Let's see. That sounds like paper dolls. I used to love playing with them paper dolls. Okay. And I grew up the only child, so wherever I could find some cousins or friends to play with, I had a cousin. She loved playing with dolls and different stuff like that. And I don't care. She would fix their hair, cut their hair, do all that kind of stuff. We gotten out of the creativity in a lot of ways. We got out of a lot of the times where we looked at things and we just made things out of we just made things out of regular things, right? We've gone past that time where we gotta have so much of just technology, just to do basic things. We got just so much of Gigi. She's bringing on the dogs. I've been working my hardest to escape from them because between the gnats and the dogs, man, it's just and the heat. It's still hot down here. We still in our 90s.
No
and
doggone
and
way you don't jump on me.
and it is too hot out here. But we got Gigi in the building.
Hey
Let me
y'all.
see what we can do to try to accommodate.
Hey everybody. How you doing?
Yeah, I did. Like I said, I was just in here to slide in.
Okay.
Cause I still got a lot to do today.
Slide into.
I don't know if did
I
you
know
put
it's
this
not
on?
gonna be long. Huh?
This was already on.
Yeah.
Can you hold it? Cause I'm covering up everything. I'm making a
Oh,
mess of
my
this.
bad. Oh, sorry. Hey
Messing up my
y'all.
live.
Hey everybody.
All this.
Messing up his life.
I say I'm messing up my live. I'm doing all this.
Oh, I thought you were talking about me.
I wasn't intending to do no setup like that.
Hey. Hey Brenda King.
Can you see yourself?
Stop squirting
No,
me.
I'm easy. I'll let you. No, well, never mind.
Hey Brenda King. How you doing? Hey Passionately Intrigued Arts. How are
Can you
you?
look at
Lisa
the?
Williams. Hi, how you doing? Yeah, it's fine.
It's fine.
Yeah. Hey Lisa. Oh no, that's Lisa Washington.
That's
Dang,
right.
got glasses and
That's right.
still.
You gotta
Lisa
read.
Washington
You
in
gotta read.
Louisiana. I had dozens of cousins to be creative with. Hey family man, how are you doing? Hey Kathy B. Hey
Yeah,
Tammy, how are you doing?
yeah. I had a lot of cousins growing up, um, and they were all of different ages, and at different times they all kind of showed me things what we call life. But we had imagination. You know, it was a time when we developed imagination. We made a game out of anything. We had
Yeah.
sticks. We played with the sticks. If we had grass, if we raked leaves, we had to go rake the backyard.
Yeah.
We would rake the piles and play in the leaves. You remember them days?
Yeah, Lil Gigi actually mentioned that the other day how when we would rake up the leaves, they would go and jump in the piles. I was like, yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
we do all the work and then they come and, enjoy life in it.
yeah. I remember them days. Those were the days where we played just
We were
because
talking
we
about
could.
how they played in boxes. Like, they really, we would buy the toys or whatever, but the girls enjoyed the boxes. They would play in the boxes. We
Yep,
have pictures of them out in the front yard just sitting in the
yep.
boxes.
Take out the toys. Wouldn't play with the toys, but play with
They
the
would play
box.
with the doggone boxes because
Yeah,
they were big
David.
enough to fit
I
them in.
couldn't play until the
Hey,
chores
David.
were done. You can't play until the chores done.
That's
You
right.
can't do
That's
nothing
right.
until the chores are done.
That's
And the
right.
longer it take, if it was a long chore, that's why I say like raking a full yard, that was gonna take all day. So we had to make a game out of raking the yard. So we had races in the backyard of my great grandmother house,
Hey, hey,
my big mama house.
no, stop it.
They just want attention. They're gonna do
I mean,
whatever
he
they can
just
do.
he just threw dirt all up
Well,
on
he's
me. He
digging up
digging.
your plant. He's digging
Stop.
up your. Is that elderberry?
Yes, leave it alone. Go away. Come on, come on.
Yep. They what they do. They love to get attention. They willing to do whatever they can do to get
Now
attention.
you stay over there.
And and they see us out here, and so they say, hey, this is the opportunity. Y'all won't pay us attention. We're gonna make sure we'll find a way.
All this wild stuff out here that they could be digging up. You digging up one of my elderberry
Yep,
plants.
pick it. They picked the one. They
Sheesh.
picked the one. But they knew that that was something that you cherished. So they said, hey, we're gonna get your attention. But yeah, they like children. They're exactly like children. And this is the thing, you know, the best thing that I try not to do is be an abusive
No,
parent. No, just
no,
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 they something else though. But they awesome too at the same time, y'all.
no. Go
They so
away.
awesome. They cool. They keep
Sheesh.
things managed and keep
Stop.
things all together, y'all. Couldn't play until we cleaned up. I mean, girls played football. Yeah, they played football back then. They played
Oh yeah.
this one right here. I don't even
Yeah,
want to
we
talk about
played football. I played everything. I
everything.
mean, we would go down to the I had older brothers, so you were gonna get your tail handed to you.
Yeah, yeah.
Um but yeah, we played football, we played softball. I
Things
mean,
didn't break up with us until we went to school. That's
yeah,
when
and we would go down to there
funny.
was like a field right outside of our middle school, and we would go
Oh
down
yeah.
there and play ball and all of that type of stuff,
Basketball.
basketball,
Yep.
like everything. And we had a lot of parks. We were in the country, but we had a lot of parks that we could go to, different areas of town to
Yep.
play ball and all of that type of stuff. So yeah, we did
And
everything.
then when you used to play, like I used to go from one end to the other end of town, because every side of town had their own
Yep.
basketball players. They had their own throwback. We did a lot of throwback. And what throwback was, you get the football, and then you turn around and you throw it behind you, and then whoever catches it, you tackle them. And once you tackle them, you get it, you throw it back, and you keep repeating it until you make a touchdown. Whoever catches it, they tag. And some people, all they did was tag you. They didn't try to catch the ball or nothing. They
Yeah.
just, time you touch that ball, they
Yep.
just went boom. They just went to you. But that's what we did. We did all that around town. Um, was it dangerous looking back? Yeah, we remember people got broken bones, but it was still fun. You know what I'm saying? It was still fun. But the majority of the time, no one got hurt. You know, we just played, and we wrestled and we tussled, and it wasn't a lot of
We were
built up
jumping rope.
frustration.
We were jumping rope, double dutch,
Yep,
four
four
square,
square.
um,
Yep,
dodgeball. Like we just did it. We just
yep,
just came up with something.
yep. All of that. You know.
Hide and seek.
Yep. I ain't gonna talk about that. Yeah, I'll find you out. I will find you.
We did it all.
Pups require attention like kids. They require.
Yep. Jax, passionately intrigued. Art said
Yep,
Jax. Yep.
yep, yep.
Did it.
Yeah, it was
Did it.
all in fun. You know, um, things I don't know. I know there were things out there, but the exposure. You know, we a lot of us we weren't exposed to, like, I don't know, this uncomfortable thing now out here. It's like now the kids, they don't even pay no attention to nudity and all that kind of stuff because they so exposed to all kinds of different things. And it used to be to the part where we didn't even think about none of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? We just played. We just had fun and did what we need to do. You know, it's so hard to kind of wrap your brain around. Um,
I think cause like it's everywhere now. It's
yeah,
like it's just a regular part of day now.
yeah, yeah,
All you want to see that. All you gotta do is open up your iPhone, open up
yeah.
your cell phone.
And so, back then, if you didn't find a dirty magazine or something, you didn't see it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they were like everywhere.
They were everywhere. People on the country road, for some reason, they want to throw them. They want to throw them out of the car and all of that kind of stuff. Yeah, it's always something to do outside. Always something to
Yeah, Auntie Bev, it was clean. Keep it clean at Auntie Bev's.
do. Yeah, keep it clean. She still keep it clean.
Keep it clean.
You can't even fart it. Oh, never mind.
Keep it clean,
Everything
Auntie
was
Bev.
a competition. Yeah, everything. It's still competition now when you think about it. We just compete in different ways. But even when you ain't trying to compete, people trying to compete against
That part.
you. Yep. Ty, you be just here to have fun and people be competing.
Yeah.
Um, those were the good old days. I don't know. Yeah,
They were.
they were so much of you doing more relaxing, more fun things, and it was very few distractions. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Very few distractions.
Yeah.
Like, we're able to sit out here up underneath the tree, and people did that on a
Yeah.
daily basis. You know, it wasn't like now you just go 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 go. You get up, go 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 go. Got to do this, got to do that, and then I go some. We work in the city, so when you go to the city, it's like, what you gonna do this weekend? I got soccer, I got football. Take the kids to this. I got to do
Mm-hmm.
this. We got to go and run and pick up this. Then we got a party we're going to. Then we got this and we got that. And I'm like, whoa, I'm just tired just listening and thinking about what you got to do.
Yeah. We
Yeah.
can't. They can't even really like get together and just
Sit
chill
and
because
chill and have fun.
they got so much stuff with the kids. You see it falling.
What was that?
I don't know.
I thought you brushed up against something.
No, I'm sitting here right by you. I ain't doing
No, I thought you
nothing.
hit your head or something. All of that stuff came from nowhere.
But they can't even like get together and
They
do
quiet.
just simple
Either
stuff.
they laying down or they in. So.
They can't do simple stuff because it's like the kids got this, the kids got all of these activities and stuff. So your weekends are all tied up. So I'm glad to be out of that. We didn't allow our kids to have a schedule like that. Our kids were in band. Um, what else did they do? It was kind of just
Auntie
in
Bill,
band mostly.
I we shot basketball too, but I'm gonna tell you one thing. I don't care if the basketball was flat. We played basketball.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
we were gonna have
we
something to
gonna
do
have
now.
something to do, even if the basketball was flat. I remember those days.
Not anymore
Yeah,
though.
not no more. We
Yeah,
truly
we
may
just try to
be
make it as simple
the
as possible.
last to live life a normal way, but I even imagine people way back thought the same way. Yeah,
Yeah, more than likely.
I guarantee you, every time, every generation, because I'm saying the same stuff that my aunties, great uncles, and all them. I'm saying the same things they said.
That's true.
It's just a cycle. We
That's
just
true.
got technology to just be a part of that cycle.
That's true. That's true. I think the I don't know. I think the technology
Selling
is
all
is
that
really
school candy,
distracting.
like, yeah, you made money. I get it. I get it.
Yeah.
Hustling candy. That's right. Hustling
What
candy.
you hustled, Pico nigga?
What you mean? What you
Know what
talking
I
about?
mean? What you hustled
What I hustle when?
at school, in high school?
Different stuff. Anyway, it's about David. This ain't about me. David did candy. I did too. And,
Yeah, that was good.
yeah.
We had a one of our children was hustling bracelets. She was making people little arm bracelets,
I'm
and
trying to
so
remember what the
she was
oldest the
hustling
oldest
that.
one was hustling
The
something too.
oldest one was a little gangster. She was hustling
She
all
was
kind of
hustling
stuff
all kinds of stuff. I'm like, let me
that we
get
didn't know
in.
nothing about at
Cause
first.
some of that stuff I was like, let me get in with some of that right there. I was like,
Be
girl, you
like, wait,
going
where did she get
if you
money
ain't
from? Did you
careful,
give her some
you
money?
ain't careful, you going straight up underneath the you better be careful. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a little
Yeah.
gangster right there,
Yeah,
boy.
yeah. And then
In middle school, and when you remember when I took a phone,
I don't want to talk about middle school.
I took a phone,
Yeah, middle
and then
school
she
was
went.
horrendous.
Her friends would have her a burner phone
Mm.
at school, so we thought we were doing something.
Yeah.
Child,
Yeah.
nah, not for that
Yeah.
one. Her friends would have her a burner phone at school, so she still
Yeah.
got access to everything.
That one there, man. It's amazing. It's amazing. That one ain't there. Did yeah. Yeah, for real, for real. That one there was thugged out. She kept it low, but she was high level thugged out. Yeah.
Listen,
Yeah, man.
that's why when people always talking about what their kids want to do, you don't know what your kids.
Yeah.
We raised that child, and
Yeah.
look, she was like, she made sure that she had what she needed,
What she wanted. It wasn't about
what she
need.
wanted. Yeah, she
It had
made
nothing
sure
to do
she
about
had what she wanted.
no need. That son moving on.
Okay.
Um
David said it was easy to steal back then, but we could have stole that money. But you had to be an honest person
whew,
if you didn't know some
whew.
parents were stealing big time back then, and they still do.
I remember one of my good friends, and I'm glad that I don't use names on YouTube. But I remember one of my good friends, they had a paper route. And this dude right here, he my homeboy. But this dude right here, he had a paper route, and he was late with the papers every evening after school because he'd be out there playing with us, playing basketball. Then it's dusk, and he just started. And his mom, one day we was out there in the projects. We were playing in because the projects was like this multi-story, but it was like one way in and one way out, and it was like in the center of the projects because you had to park in the front of the projects, and it was parking all the way around, but it was a square, and it couldn't grow no grass because the children couldn't keep no grass on, so it was this Georgia clay, hard clay, and we'd be out there playing throwback, we'd playing football, what have you, and there'd be a bunch of kids out there, a bunch of them. And one day he was out there, and he rode his bicycle up there. He had this cool BMX with white. It was lime green with white rims, right? And I mean that thing was bad. It was a mongoose, I think. And he had his paper route, his bag on his satchel, had it to the side, and we was out there playing, and he was out there playing, and nigga had got almost dog. And there go that burnt orange Ford Mercury Cougar come rolling up with the white interior. And I was like, oh, here come your mama. And man, he dropped that ball. He ran over to grab that bag. He couldn't get it fast enough before his mama came. And she had a belt. And boy, she whooped that boy. He was getting on the bicycle, struggling to get on that bicycle, put that bag of papers up on his shoulder. And she said, you get on out of there, you get. And I was just thinking, man, this dude he'll be eating candy, he'll be having all kinds of stuff. And I'm like, where you get this money from, dude? You know, these jungle juices, he walking around with jungle juices. But he commingling the newspaper money. I mean, he got his finger in the cookie jar, and he ended up owning the newspaper company money, and he was doing routes for free.
Wow.
Man, I tell you, boy, them some days, man. Everybody had the opportunity to steal. Everybody had the opportunity to steal, y'all. What's up?
Hey,
Triple
Green
G.
Grass Grows. How you doing?
Yeah, paper route as well. You could have took so much. Looking back, yeah, we could. People were honest. Yeah, people were honest. It was so bad. People when I used to cut grass, they'll pay me before I cut the grass. Didn't even know me from a can of paint, because I had a bicycle, but you come think of it, they did know you, because everybody knew everybody.
Yeah, everybody
back in
knew
that time.
especially in the country.
Yeah, in the country,
knew
everybody. I have my bicycle, and I'll be pulling it, pulling the lawnmower with my bicycle, and I ride through a neighborhood, and then I see a yard that need cutting, and I'll be like, hey, you need your grass cut? And yeah, I used to make a little good hustle doing that,
Mm-hmm.
It was honest, but it was fun.
Shoot, that's how we used to have our spending money.
Know that right. Kathy B, what you laughing at? Cougar with white interior was a clean. Let me tell you, that Cougar, it was like a burnt orange. It was a different color. And it was one of them, I'm talking about maybe like a 74, 75 Cougar. And it had that white interior. And she used to smoke them Virginia Slim. Smoke them, and you gotta hold, wait a minute. You gotta hold that Virginia Slim about right now. You gotta, wait a minute, see, we talking about creativity now. You gotta have that Virginia Slim about right now. This a cedar tree, it ain't easily break. But the color about right.
That's about how long it was too.
And that bad boy should sit there, puff on that cedar, and cuss you out at the same time, but smile at the same time, but she'll cross them legs. And she'll talk her trash, sit on the porch, and yep. And you gotta blow it out a smooth way. How in the world, them old school women was sexy to me the way they blow. They'll pucker them lips up, and then they had a way they held their head when they talk and snatched it from left to right. Boy, them days, people don't even smoke like that no more. These women be smoking like this now.
Hell on.
Where the smoke go? Smoke done disappeared. I don't even see smoke.
Hell, they blacks.
Yeah, hit that bad boy like this. And then if you do see smoke come out their mouth, it go right back into the nose. I'm like, how they do that? It's totally different now. They hit totally different now. That thing hit totally different now. I hate cigarette smell. I hated it too. But you know what? If you grew up as a 70s babies in the 80s in the country,
oh yeah,
you didn't have a choice. You went to a job in
and now Florida be like, this is a smoke-free facility. Better not come up.
Man, I remember when they started that. But
I remember that. I was glad though, honestly.
Man,
I was.
You'll go into the office, like in your professional career, and it's ashtrays with full of butts in them.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just common. No matter where you went to the store, people smoke. You know, you stepped outside the church, people smoking.
Yep.
You know, you go for a walk, people smoking. It just everywhere. It was everywhere. You know, we were truly, as American, addicted to that thing.
Shoot.
Yeah, man.
Chemicals, it's still addicting.
Yeah, big facts. 10 years old in church, and you smell like.
Yes, Lord.
Oh man,
Yes, Lord.
man. And I tell you, church was the first place I ever got pinched. I don't know what it is about pinching folks in church. and by then, anybody had open game to get you in check. It was open game. Whoever. I
Yep.
mean, it was like, you know, you be sitting there and boy, and you try not to scream when someone they pinch and twist you. And you sitting up there and you sit, because the kids, you know, sometimes the kids will sit up front and they have these special pews for the kids to sit up front. It did two things. It was there to make you pay attention.
Mm.
And then it was also there so people can keep their eyes on you. You know what I'm saying? So you wouldn't be, you know, doing something you ain't got no business doing. You couldn't go sit back in the back of the church. I used to think the kids that sat in the back of the church, boy, they were like grown folk, man. I thought they had it going on, man, to be able to sit. Man, when I had to sit right next to my mama. If I didn't sit next to her, I had to sit in front of her, directly in front of her. That's what it was, man. But I remember, do y'all remember back in the day, they had them pews, them old wooden pews, and you be sitting on them pews, and people got the fans on, and I'll be like, ain't no AC at all. That money being collected, ain't no AC at all. It running, but ain't nothing coming out. And you fanning, and then some of the kids, they'll be sitting in the front pew with their head against the wall with their mouth wide open, knocked out. Then you bump them, then they catch themselves. You remember that? You don't remember that. You don't know nothing about that. You're too young for that, don't
You're right. I am too young.
you? Lies.
I am too young for it.
Y'all know what I've seen. Man, the sun is glaring. Can you read that for me, please? Keep your glasses on. Don't take them off.
But see, when I look up, these just for reading. So when I look up, it's blurry. So I don't want to do
just
that
don't
to
look
mine.
up. Just read the chat for me.
Okay.
What it say? Y'all,
Y'all know what? I've seen every sin known to mankind, but I've never seen a church with a smoking section. I always wonder why. They sold plates, played dominoes, and partied on the church ground.
Ooh. What about them numbers, boy?
Got to be your pinch game. You had the pinch game on point for your daughter.
Kathy B had the pinch game. Kathy B, you ain't twisting pinch, did you? Get back for me, baby, in the shade. That sun rolling around.
Yeah.
Rolling around the corner right there. Try that on. I'll catch you if you fall, baby.
Try that on for size.
Try that on for size.
All right.
Okay. Yes, Lord.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Okay. Yeah, Kathy B did the pinch game. Ooh.
No. Yeah.
I would
She
not.
said
I
she
would
had
not
the pinch
sit
game.
next to her. I kind of
Yeah, she got the little pinch emoji.
I ain't even know it's a pinch emoji.
God, I didn't know.
But I know one thing. If I knew you pinch, I wouldn't sit by you. I tell you that one thing. There was some sisters,
Hey, Miss Grace Ortiz.
not just
how you
sisters in the
doing?
church, but they were
Kelly Bro.
sisters, and it was a big old family, and they went, and two of them sisters, they love pinching. They would pinch you in a heartbeat. One of them was a teacher. Yep, they'll pinch you in a heartbeat. Now what the chat saying?
Hey, Grace Ortiz said actors in movies with cigarettes in their mouth.
Oh man, yeah, all of that.
Juicing with Jay up in here. Hey, Kelly.
All of that. Cigarette was the thing back in the days, man. I mean, I knew we was in trouble when we had the elders smoking.
David said, I swear that's one way to make me hate you. It's pinching me. I got so mad at my mama for doing that in Sears back then.
Oh my God. That was a good way to tear your butt up without physically showing it to a bunch of people. You know what I'm saying? Well, there's something about that on a switch. Now, them little small, little stickly switch. And then you got shorts on. Oh my goodness. One tap.
Yeah.
Yep, one tap. That's all it took.
Can't do nothing no more.
Nope. You
None of
better
that.
not. You better not. Juicing with Jay. What's going on? Grace Ortiz, I'm sorry.
Yep.
Um, some be waiting to pinch,
Hey, G
exercising
Hud.
their fingers. Yep. Yep. You gotta watch them. G Hud here. How
G
you
Hud
doing?
says, hey, go GG. Chat, stopping in to show some love.
I appreciate that.
Like
Thank
and
you.
share. Thank you, thank you,
Thank
thank
you.
you.
Thank you. I appreciate that. But yeah, it was some fun, creative times, and we had a good time with life. It was just one of them times where you just sat back and you just enjoyed life and you enjoyed
The simple things.
just the simple things. You know what I'm
It's the
saying?
simple things.
You remember where you couldn't see? Do y'all remember where you had to wait a week or wait a month just to see a program on the TV? Yeah, you know nothing about that. It's like, hey, right now I could talk about any episode, and right now you can pull it up.
Yep.
There was a time when you have to wait to see something, and nothing was more frustrating than you waited, and it was commercial after commercial, and you had to sit through that commercial. Wasn't no fast forward, wasn't no
No.
skipping,
None
none of that.
of that.
And it seems like the show supposed to be an hour, but it was only 15 minutes because of all those commercials.
Yep.
And it seemed like the best shows, especially shows of people other than people that had some dark complexion in the skin, it seemed like those shows were so short.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, I thought this supposed to be, most of the time they weren't but 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And then if they was 30, it's probably about 5 minutes showtime. The rest of it just number commercial.
Yeah. Okay. Just with Jay speaking to everybody. Greengrass Grove said my mother was the queen of the pinch, right? Right in
Pinch
the
game.
back of your arm. Oh my
Oof.
God.
Oof. Get your
Yeah.
pinch game right.
I wasn't a pincher. I didn't like it.
No, I didn't like the pinching. I don't. My mama didn't pinch. I'm glad my mama didn't pinch.
I don't remember my mom pinching either, but she
No.
was gonna tell you.
My
She'll
mom-
tear you
My
up.
mama
But
was.
I don't remember her pinching. Hey, Chef Pam, cooking at Pam's place. How you doing?
Hey, Chef Perry, how you doing? My mom was she was deadly with the look. She could give you the look that you be like, my world has come to an end, and
Yeah.
you know she fixing to get it. And if it were real bad, she ain't care. You be sitting in church, whatever. She'll grab you by your wrist. And you hold you up high. You know what I'm saying? Your shoulder up here now.
That,
Grab you by the wrist like this.
That was I'm fixing to go tear him up for disrupting y'all service.
And your feet draw just a little bit. My feet used to try to, I couldn't walk that fast like that, and then my foot would just kind of drag a little bit, and then I get snatched up a little bit higher, and I knew it was over. I'm like,
No.
if there's a Lord, please save me right now. Please save me right now. But you
Yeah,
know
wasn't
what?
no saving because my mom
Wasn't no
had a
saving.
really good memory,
Oh yeah.
and she would be like, "When I get you," because most of the time she was tired. She was
Yeah.
working, several jobs and hustling, making cakes and cooking
Mhm.
for people
All
and
that.
all of that stuff. So she was tired most of the time, but she would look at you and say, "When I get you, I'm gonna get you for the old and the new,"
For the new and the old.
and she meant it.
Yep. Yep.
She meant it. So them
Retroactive.
days where she had a little extra energy, oh my God.
Retroactive.
She like, go out there and get me a switch off that China berry tree.
Ain't that bad? You gotta go get your own thing that's gonna tell you.
You remember I told you I was gonna get you, didn't I? And be like, Mama, why?
What? It's crazy. We wasn't the only one getting pissed. I
told
tell you that.
you I was gonna get you, and she was going to get you.
But Shy, what's up, Shy? She got the camel
Hey,
toe,
Shy.
camels. What the camels?
What you say?
She got camels up in there.
Did you say the camels?
Cam-
Okay. Anyways.
Hey, Shy.
Shy. Oh my God.
The show Good Times had a lot to be continued show, cause they could put it in that
Yeah.
5 minutes.
Yeah,
Like that 10
yeah.
minute, 15 minutes. You know,
We just bought the series.
You
You know,
bought
when we
the
got older,
series.
we just bought this like the series.
got a
and-
whole season, ain't but
Yeah.
2 hours.
and then
The whole season.
But those are like the best though.
But you know, people acted a fool, but at the same time, they taught us something. You know.
Jay said, my granny pinched me so hard in church, I still got a keloid to this
Oh
day.
my
Good
God.
Lord. Yeah, that's why I ain't like that. I didn't like that. I didn't never pinch our kids. I ain't like that at all. We had children church back then and pickles and plates on church grounds. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
We
you gotta
yeah.
wait a whole week, David. I mean, to be continued, you gotta wait a whole week. Yeah, and then when they come back after you waited a whole week, they gonna play parts of what they played. And I'm thinking, this show already not that long. You got all these commercials, and then you start playing parts. If they didn't see it, they should have tuned in. So I'll be like, don't waste the time. Don't waste that time.
Didn't get Grace Ortiz
My
said didn't
mother.
get spanked, but the look, yeah. It's some people that just they can give you the look and ooh, it would
Let's
just
see.
hurt your whole soul. Did he say camel toes? Yes, he did. I know he did, David. I know he did.
Then
So
she
I said
got
I
the
couldn't get
camels.
my
She got
own
the
switch
camels.
because I would just stay outside. But she wasn't gonna forget, Shakira. That was the only thing. She wasn't gonna forget. You can stay outside if you wanted to, but she was gonna get you for the
Sleeping
old
in the
and the
church
new.
would definitely get you pinched. What's got into my guy? This rising camel. Look at him. He love that.
Shakira brought that.
Shakira.
That's his friend, y'all. She brought that nonsense. Oh my God.
David don't
Mm-mm-mm.
miss. What that mean anyway? What the camels mean?
Let it go. Let's let that go. Let's let that
Checking
go.
in yesterday.
Oh my gosh. It's getting hot, baby.
Yeah, I know.
All right. Okay. Oh, I got something to do, so I'll be in the chat. I'll see y'all later.
All right, y'all. Y'all take care. We out, y'all.